Hey everybody, welcome back to Living in Community Day 19. And I want to say a special thanks to Jacob. Thanks for that email. I never know who watches these things, so thank you for the encouraging words. That email really meant a lot, and I appreciate it. Okay, Day 19. The days are just kind of zipping along. And I know, I don't know if you guys have done this, but sometimes I've had to say out loud, today is this day. Like I've had to actually name the day of the week because they kind of all blend together. And that's the interesting thing about time, is that when we're in the situation we're in right now with the quarantine, that these days can just kind of all blend together. And before you know it, we're in our third week of April. And it's just, it's just hard to believe how quickly time is going by. So here's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about, what will your life look like a year from now? Where do you want to be a year from now? And I'm not talking about physically, like, I don't know if I'm going to be in Washington or move, but I mean a goal. I want my life to look a different way. You have a little bit of time right now to think about these things and kind of plan things out. I'm a big axiom guy, those little sayings, and one of them that I use a lot is failure to plan is a plan to fail. And so what I'm encouraging you guys to do today is look at your life and go, okay, in a year from now, where do I want to be? Maybe there's an emotional goal. I've got some friendships now that I really want to invest in. I've seen people differently, and there's a couple people that I really want to lean into, and they've been a big help to me, and I want to invest in those relationships. Or I want to have a certain amount of money in the bank. I maybe want to have a different job. Spiritually, I want to read my Bible every day. I want to read through the Bible. I want to memorize a certain amount of verses a year. I want to pray. There's things that we can do, and they're generally going to fall within the emotional, the physical, or the spiritual. Physical, I want to run 10 miles. I want to learn a new sport. I want to learn a new language. And there's a lot of things that you can do, but just think about it, and don't go crazy like, I've got this giant list of 20, because you're probably not going to be able to accomplish all of that in a year. You might, but I would limit it to just maybe one per category, maybe one big thing. But the cool thing is that you can look back a year from now, and when you think about, man, remember when we were in quarantine? Remember when we were, we had the COVID virus, and we were all stuck inside. But you can also go, yeah, and remember where I was a year ago, and I set this goal, and look at where I am now today. Now, how cool would that be? It'd be a fun, positive memory that you could have in the midst of all of this. Now, here's what I encourage you to do. Take a blank piece of paper, write it down. Maybe if you got a bunch of them, write it down, and then kind of pare it down. Which ones are realistic? What's a realistic goal? Then what I would encourage you to do is take your cell phone or your computer 3 months from now, from this day, set yourself a reminder. How am I doing with X? And then 6 months from now, 9 months from now, and then a year, celebrate it. Throw yourself a little party, like, woohoo, this is awesome. Look at what God did in my life over this past year. Right now, today, you can lay those plans out. And then if you take a little bit each day or a little bit each week, you'll be amazed at what can happen a year from now. So that's the encouragement for today. Is where do you want to be a year from now? Write some stuff down, plan, and then give yourself some reminders along the way. And hey, if you want some encouragement from me, you want me to send you a reminder, shoot me an email. I can put a reminder in my calendar as easy, to shoot you an email and check on you. Or if I see you around town or in church, I can, hey, how is it going? How's this going? But do it, make the plan, and then a year from now, most definitely, send me an email, because I want to hear the story. I want to hear your story. I want to hear, hey, I was here, and then I made this plan, and look at what has happened in my life, and I want to celebrate that with you. So that's the challenge for today. Where do you want to be a year from today? Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Live in a community. Bye-bye.